Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. Happy Monday! Yay! You're here. You are here. I see Patsy and Kathy and Alice already in the house, and I'm delighted about that. So thank you so much for showing up, because Motivational Monday, we like to get started in a big way. We like to get the week off to the races, right? Hello, Jeanette. You know, for me, Mondays, I love Mondays. They're fresh starts. We don't have to start with a Monday, but it's nice to have a Monday, isn't it? We can start at any time. Nancy, hello. How are you? Mother Hen is in the house offering me a cheers. I forgot. My cheers is in the kitchen. Sorry. You know, I get home from pickleball. I'm still sitting here all sweaty and wet. I can't wait to take a shower. I get home from pickleball and I've got things to do and clean the face up, get the things done. But anyway, I've already swallowed 40 ounces of water and electrolytes and crave water and all of that. So hot melt mix and crave water together in a big bottle. Oh, can I just tell you? Refreshing, delicious. And it keeps me from getting lightheaded on the courts, because you know how it is. Martha, hello. Chris, new week, new beginning. She's so right. She's so right. Mark asked me on the way home, he goes, how much crave water can I drink every day? He loves this stuff. Because crave water tastes just like lemonade, by the way. I'm just telling you, crave water tastes like lemonade, and it crushes cravings at the same time. And it helps with muscle soreness, and it helps heal your gut. This is some of the best stuff. I'm pretty proud of this. It tastes like lemonade, and all it has in it is the 4 grams of L-glutamine that I recommend per scoop, and a little citric acid, a little MCT oil, and a touch of stevia. That's so important, a touch of stevia, because nobody wants to be going, doesn't that taste gross? It does. But no sucralose, no artificial anything, just the good stuff. In a glass of water, and you're going to be good to go. 2-3 servings a day. I'm telling Mark to just back off a little bit, because I don't want him to end up, you can end up with a headache if you take too much. Vanessa, so nice to see you. Say hi to the girls. The girls are watching too. That's always how it is. I know how she rolls. Some other exciting things for you. Those of you who have ever been told you're pre-diabetic, you're diabetic, or you have blood sugar issues, or we're watching your blood sugar, I've got some really good news for you. It's that our drop is on sale. This is something that has been scientifically proven with a botanical blend that's ours alone, and vitamin C, vitamin E, and magnesium, etc. But this combination will help to drop your blood sugar. It's incredible. If you buy 3, you're going to get 1 free. Plus, we are going to give you our low-carb one-pot collection. I'm telling you, this is the bomb.com. And that that low-carb one-pot collection means that you're cooking in the skillet, you're cooking in the crock pot, you're cooking in the Instant Pot, you're cooking on its sheet pan. It's made to keep it easy and keep your dishes down. I'm sorry, but I look at stuff like that. So get yourself together. Go grab this. It's at savingdinner.com/show. That's where we put that. And all you have to do is just click, and everything gets in there. And we send you the downloadable one pot stuff. That's a $37 value, by the way. It's one of our biggest sellers as far as our recipe collections. It's on point. savingdinner.com/show. Hello, Carol. Good to have you here. Catherine, I'm glad you're here as well. So anyway, moving on. In September, we are having our last class of the year. and that is the Rising Tide. The Rising Tide is a 3-week intensive designed to help you crush your goals in 12 weeks. We do it very differently. We don't do it like textbook, like everybody else. We have our own methodology that works. We use affirmations, we use intention, and we get into it. We get into the weeds. It is going to be an incredible course. If you are not in it yet, now's your time, right? Now I'm letting you know it is on September 26th. A lot of you have said, hey, we'd like more notice on these classes. Okay, here's your notice. We start Tuesday, September 26th. We go for 3 consecutive Tuesdays, and it's 2 weeks of intensity. 2 weeks of intensity. You will have things to do. You will have a one-on-one with me. We get into the weeds about your goals and how you want to see them come out at the end of 12 weeks. I can't think of a better way to end the year well. Okay, check that out at savingdinner.com/rise. Go get on that. And if you look at it and go, it's just I need to make payments on that. Okay, all you have to do is send us an email at support@savingdinner.com, and we're there. We'll take care of it for you. We're supportive. We're encouragers. We want to equip you. That's our goal. That's our mission. That's why we do the things that we do. Just saying. So you know about your crave water. You're going to go get some, savingdinner.com/crave water. Go get this because it's great. And also our affirmation deck, I ams, and of courses. And with the little stand, I showed it all to you last week. It's so cute. It's so great. And it is scientifically proven to work. Plus, you're going to get a couple of meditations that I did for you too. That comes with it. I'm just letting you know. If you're brand new to meditating, this is a tool that I'm going to help you get into. And it's my voice because I'm in your head anyway, aren't I? It's my voice telling you that you've got this, both for the morning and both for the evening. So that's all. All right. Did I get everything? Oh, who's coming tonight? By the way, I just want you to know about tonight, because tonight we're going to talk about the Hot Melt Sprint. We're going to talk about how the Hot Melt Sprint is going to carry you to your goals. Speaking of goals, so many people do the sprint for various and sundry reasons. Mostly, I will admit, it's all weight loss and what have you. But there's a lot of people who are saying, I just want to feel better. I want to get rid of this inflammation. I want my blood sugar levels to go down. This is the answer, because this is the ultimate anti-inflammatory diet. It is free. I give it to you for free. I have for 5 years. I will for the next 30. But I want to give you the science behind it. I want to give you the whole impetus on why you want to do this and why you want to do it with a group. When we do it as a group, there is just this thing, this community, this momentum. And tonight's the night. So go get your seat. savingdinner.com/sprint webinar. Sprint webinar is all one word. Believe it or not. In when we speak computer, that's how it works. All one word. So I'm excited about that. We'll give you all the details about it. We have special deals as well tonight. So pay attention, be there. savingdinner.com/sprint webinar. We start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay? Whoop. Some little bug. I don't need that little bug. All right. Have I said all the things? Free shipping. You got to do free shipping. You spend $300. We're going to ship it for you for free as long as you're in the lower 48. Our Etsy shop, you can find at savingdinner.com/Etsy. And ta-da. If there's any other announcements, I don't know. I'm done. Go figure it out. All right. I had a tournament this weekend. So I had a tournament with my female partner. That was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I had a tournament with my husband, Mark. And let me tell you about it. We were so close, all the games, so close. We had a lot of things that were right, and we had a lot of things that were wrong. And what I'm learning, and you can understand this too, as I get better, there's more demanded of me, And I find myself feeling like I am so ill-equipped. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. This is rough. And you know what the thing is? It's not that, it's that the little things that we're doing super count. So in pickleball, for example, when you're dinking, which is like this tiny little if you know how to play pickleball or if you've ever seen it, but it's a tiny little hit with your paddle barely over the net into this little area. You're back and forth, and it just seems like little kids could do this. This is so easy. But is it? It looks difficult. It's a little thing that's a big needle mover. And as I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, how is it that I'm just getting, I want to learn how to do spin. I want to learn how to do all of this. And then I started thinking to myself, I've got to go back to the basics. I've got to go back to what these little things are and how they are the things that absolutely move the needle. We don't need to be fancy. We need to be basic. We need to get really good at the little things. And then I started thinking about the sprint. I started thinking about the little decisions that we make. And I started to realize, this is what I wanted to share this week, is how impactful little things are. How impactful. We dismiss them so often. We are always looking for the big win. We're always looking for something that's going to, just elevate this whole situation. Instead, what if we got good at such a small little thing? What if we got good at just making sure that we have a rule for ourselves? Like, we start the day with a smoothie. We start the day with a Target trifecta smoothie, because one of the little things that we can do is get our nutrition dialed in first thing when we break our fast. What if we did that? It's a little thing, but it's a big thing in the long run. It adds momentum to the thing that it is that you want to do. And those are the things that I started thinking about. And that was the thing that just really stood out to me with this competition that I did this weekend. It stood out with me with all the things that I do on a daily basis. During tournaments, we're busy. We're running back and forth. Mark's going one way, I'm going the other way. We're getting all of our stuff together because there's a lot of stuff to get together so that we can go to this tournament, taking care of the dog. And I barely threw the covers up on our bed so that we could get it all done, even though I got up really, really early. And it was interesting looking around. I went, like, this house is a mess because I didn't take care of the little things. I didn't give myself the margin and the room to do it. Noreen, hello. It's so nice to see you. So I bring this up because today I want to talk about how impactful little things are. And I don't want you to dismiss yourself anymore if you get masterful with one little thing, because that one little thing could be the thing that takes you to the next one and to the next one and to the next one. And these little things are the things that are the game changers in our lives. Don't we dismiss ourselves often, though, and think it's just not big enough, it's not spectacular enough, it's not impactful enough? It's just not true. It's the little things that change the world. There was an Admiral, William H. McRaven, a retired U.S. Navy SEAL, that did a commencement address in 2014 at the University of Texas at Austin. And the name of his speech was "Make Your Bed. Little things can change your life." The speech, of course, was recorded. It went viral. It ended up spawning a book, which became a New York Times bestseller. And it was just this little book that shared the lessons that he learned from basic SEAL training. And none of us are ever going to be SEALs, but the lessons from this are phenomenal. And I was thinking about this as I didn't really truly make my bed, because if I'm going to make my bed, the covers come up and everything, and I've got 4 pillows that go on the bed. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's swimming in pillows. Just 4 pillows, but they make the bed look really pretty and really nice. I didn't put the pillows on the bed, and it bothered me when I walked into our bedroom on Saturday after playing, pickleball all day and what have you, and just wanting to take a shower and this, that, and the other thing. And I thought, how is it that just this little thing of not quite making the bed, just throwing the covers up doesn't count? But it did. It impacted me and had that thing. And so that's when this all came about. But this is what he has. He's got 10 lessons, and I'm going to go through them all because I think they are things that we should all be taking a look at. How does this impact me? How does this override and go into my life? Alice, isn't it it's a good speech? You can find it on YouTube, by the way. It's very short. But if you can also get the show notes on this, because of course that's what's going to be in tomorrow's newsletter. You can get that at savingdinner.com, or you can take notes yourself. But look at all of these, every single 10 that I'm going to share today, and think, how does this impact me? Where's the lesson here for me? Because until you look at it as something personal and it's for you, it doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, whatever. But look at it as this is something delivered just for you. Number 1, start your day with a task completed. This is why making your bed is so important. And you know how long it takes to put those 4 big pillows on my bed? It takes less than 15 seconds to do that. And we have a king size bed. I'm talking about putting the pillows on my side of the bed. And I put the one big pillow and then it's the big gray pillow and then the white pillow, and I karate chop it in the middle, walk around, go get them from Mark's side, and do the same thing. 15 seconds. Why didn't I just do that? Everything else was done, and I didn't do it, and it made me feel bad. It made me feel bad because I like walking in and seeing order. I like the visual piece of having a well-made bed, and I bet you do too. And when we start the day with one task completed well, it gives you a sense of pride and encourages you to keep going, is what it does. For all human beings, it lets us know that yes, you're capable, and yes, you're able, and yes, you can go to do the next thing. It starts the momentum. And if we can get momentum into the picture, what are we doing? We're creating this magic that makes it just simple, makes it easy, makes it fun even. Number 2 is you can't go it alone. Now, Navy SEALs know this, and there's more lessons here. But Navy SEALs, and do you think a Navy SEAL makes his bed, or do you think it's just like, oh, whatever, and just they wait for the Navy SEAL maids to come in and do it? No, they're making their beds. And not only that, but they understand the power of community. Navy SEALs get that more than anything, especially, when they're doing their training and then they go through Hell Week and all of the rest of that. They get it. They know there's teamwork, there's relying on others, and there's knowing deep down, we can't do this alone. We need somebody on our side. We need somebody on our team. We need somebody to understand exactly what it is that we're going through. Don't you think a Navy SEAL knows that? The Navy SEAL's going, I'm doing the same training as you, dude. And yes, I'm into it. And yes, it's hard. And yes, this sucks. And yes, we have to keep going. And that's all a part of it. You can't go it alone. And let me just say this. If you read the scientific studies on how it is, especially, like with weight loss and all of that, it's the communities that make the difference for the individual. Because that individual can reach out and say, I need some help. I'm really struggling here. And then there's also the other part of it is that you are the encouragement to someone else, that you can come on and talk to somebody else and just be their inspiration. How many people have said, Tanya is such an inspiration? Every day she shows up, we can count on her for that, can't we? That's an inspiration. And it's also encouragement. It's also support. And she's there too for other people. Tracy, hello. Good to have you here. We need other people in our lives to help us through the tough times. We need other people in our lives who know what it is that we're trying to do. This is why I encourage the community and the sisterhood that we have on the Hot Milk Sprint group on Facebook. Important. Critical, as a matter of fact. Number 3, only the size of your heart matters. You know what? We all have a decision to make because it's persistence, perseverance, It is determination above skill, above talent that's going to get it done. Did you hear me on that? We dismiss ourselves and think we're not talented. We're not like her. We can't do it. Like we don't have that. We're blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, maybe so. But do you have the guts to stick with it? Do you have the guts to be about it? Is this who you are? Are you going to persevere or are you going to quit? You know, Navy SEALs don't quit because the size of their heart matters. They're there to do a job. They're there to finish the job, not just go, oh, it just got hard. Life got in the way. Irish goodbye, see ya. We see this all the time in the hot melt sprint. We start with going gangbusters, and then by Wednesday, Thursday, pitter, 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 there they go. And that I'm not shaming anybody here. I'm saying this is the human condition. This is our tendency, but not if we decide it isn't. Not if we decide that we're going to stick with it. We're going to be over skills. We're going to be over talent, and we're going to persevere. We're going to stay with the hard and go right through it. Hi, Ann. I'm glad you're here too. Number 4 is get over being a sugar cookie. I love this one. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Failure is a part of it. You're not going to do this perfect, by the way. And I'm talking about the sprint right now because, sprint's coming up. You're not going to do it perfect. But you can do this excellently as long as you decide, I'm going to keep moving forward. As long as you decide that I'm going to maintain a positive attitude about the whole thing and make a decision that this is not the end of the world because I ate a sugar cookie or whatever. Okay, next. Now what? That's how we have to look at it. You can start anytime over. You can start again. This isn't the end. It's just you've proven to yourself, you had an Edison moment where you've proven how not to make the light bulb work. Now, what are you going to do to make it work? And analyze it and move on and correct, and you'll see yourself in a whole shining light. Course correction's everything. Number 5 is don't be afraid of the circus. You know why? What does a circus have? 3 rings. What does your life have? 3 rings. You know what? Can I just guarantee you something? Life's always going to get in the way. Life is always going to offer you obstacles and reasons to quit. Life is always going to say, hey, too much going on over here. You don't have to do this. You can do this anyway. Do something else. And here's easy. Drive-thrus are easy, right? Taking a pill is easy. The hard thing is doing the hard thing. The hard thing is staying with it. If we embrace our challenges, we find that we're stronger than we think we are. I know that to be true. I have done this myself. I have seen you do it too. Let's do this, right? I mean, who wants to quit on themselves when getting through it is going to change the entire trajectory of our lives with everything? Number 6 is to slide down the obstacle head first. Do you know why? You go front, you go, if you're going down a slide feet first, you're not going to see what's going on. But if you dare to go head first, you're going to meet that risk head on. Your amygdala is scared to death to start, but if you do go head first into it and say, let's go, let's take, instead of having risk aversion and you embrace the risk, you embrace the challenge of it all, you actually tame your amygdala. Your amygdala gives you a dopamine hit and says, way to go, girlfriend. We can train her. We're not at her mercy. We don't have to be beat up and scared witless. All we need to do is understand if we dare to take risks and do things a little differently, we will achieve our goals. That's it. There's the lesson. Number 7, don't back down from the sharks. If you want to change your world, Don't back down from the bullies. Don't back down from the people who say, oh, that's just not a good idea. Oh, honey, you shouldn't be doing this. My girlfriend read in a magazine that it's not good to fast, that you shouldn't be fasting. Women shouldn't fast. That's terrible. I heard this and I heard that. Stand your ground. Confront your fears. Confront the people who are the naysayers who are saying, no, it's garbage. You are so much stronger than you think when you use your voice. So don't back down. Don't you dare back down. You hold your ground. This is your hill. Stay there. And I'll give you one more little unsolicited piece of advice. But when you're fasting, by the way, for example, don't tell anybody you're fasting. The rule of Fast Club is we tell no one. You don't have to. Just say, I'm just not hungry right now. Thanks. And if you're fasting correctly, you don't eat until you're hungry. We'll be talking about that tonight in detail. That's all. That's what this is about. It's not about seeing how long you can starve yourself, right? It's intermittent fasting for a reason. Number 8 is be your very best in the darkest moments. It's when it's dark that we discover our light. It's when it's dark that we can find the very best of who we are. It's when it's dark and hard and you're cold and you're hungry and you're everything. But I will tell you something. If you can hold on to that and understand, I'm going to rise, I'm going to be my very best, you will. You will. And you'll surprise yourself. You might surprise people around you, whatever. But allow yourself to experience that breakthrough. Because that's what it is. You bring your light with you. Number 9 is start singing when you're up to your neck in mud. During Hell Week, do you know what they put these guys through? They've 24 hours, 48 hours. They're up to their necks in mud. And what McCraven was saying is that this was one of the times where it saved him because they have this thing where they can ring the bell. We'll talk about that in a second. At any time and just give up and get out of the cold, get out of the wet, warm up, just go out. The bell's right there. Ring it. Ding, ding, ding 3 times, and you're out of there. But when you're up to your neck in mud, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just cry and complain and what have you? Or you start singing. And what he found was that all these guys that he was having Hell Week with, one guy started singing, then 3 joined in, and he said it was terrible singing, by the way. And he didn't even say what they were singing. But they started singing because sometimes we need a little bit of a diversion. Sometimes we need to be looking toward the thing that we want and not in our exact circumstances right now. Have you noticed that when you start thinking about, I'm so tired, I'm so hungry, I'm so this, I'm so that that's all we can think about. But if we start instead saying, you know what, I'm going to start singing my heart out, or I'm going to dance, or I'm going to do something, then that's when we find, again, another place to find all that strength. And number 10 is don't ever, ever ring the bell. In other words, stop quitting on yourself. Stop diminishing yourself and dismissing yourself that you can't do it. Yes, you can. Of course you can. You've got everything that you need inside of you to get through it and to get it done. So when we quit, when things get tough, we're telling ourselves that we just don't have it in us. We don't have what it takes. And I say no to that. I know who you are. We are all created by the same God who put inside each one of our DNA cells, each one of us, he put inside instead a will to persevere and to go on and to not quit. He did. Are you going to tap it? Or are you going to just bury that gift? Because that's a gift. But you don't get to unwrap that gift until you tap it, till you stop quitting on yourself, till you do like Carol. She says, I'm not a bell ringer, I'm a singer. Go sing. You're up to your neck in mud. Sing your heart out and understand that everything you need to get through to the next thing is just around the bend. It's just around the bend. You can do this. Of course you can, because you were created in His image. The God of the universe, who loves you more than anything, gave you all that you need, and it's inside of you. Isn't that a remarkable thing that you can tap that? I say get on it. This is how we alter our lives for the better, by understanding and believing in ourselves, and by seeing ourselves for who we truly are. You're not a bell ringer. You're a singer. Amen. All right. That's it for today. Tomorrow is Transformational Tip Tuesday. I'm excited to share with you all about that. If you missed any of our announcements, you can find them at savingdinner.com/announcements. Meanwhile, though, I'm not going to let you go until you go to savingdinner.com/sprint webinar. Get signed up so that you can be there tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be there. Are you? Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.